If I gave you 90 days, just 90 days, could you become a completely different man? Stronger, focused, unshakable? The kind of man who does what he says he will do every single day. Most men fail not because they lack talent, they fail because they lack discipline. Today, I'm going to give you a 90-day blueprint, a system that will rewire your habits, rebuild your identity, and forge something rare: iron discipline. And if you stay until the end, I'll show you the one rule that makes this system impossible to quit. Let's begin. Phase 1, days 1 to 30. Destroy weakness. Let me be clear, the first 30 days are not sexy. They are not inspiring. They are not about becoming extraordinary. They are about eliminating weakness. You cannot build strength on a weak foundation. And most men try to stack ambition on top of laziness. That's why they collapse. So in phase 1, we don't add more goals. We remove the behaviors that are quietly destroying you. No snoozing your alarm ever. When you hit snooze, you are teaching your brain something dangerous. My comfort is more important than my word. And if you can't win the first battle of the day, the battle against your pillow, how do you expect to win against the world? No skipping workouts. I don't care if it's a full gym session or 20 push-ups in your room. What matters is that you move every single day. Because movement reinforces action. Action reinforces identity. No mindless scrolling in the morning. The first 30 minutes of your day should belong to you. Not to notifications, not to other people's opinions, not to algorithms designed to weaken your focus. If the first thing you consume each day is chaos, distraction, and comparison, you've already surrendered your discipline. And most importantly, no breaking promises to yourself. This phase is about proving something to your own mind. Every time you delay discomfort, your identity weakens. Every time you avoid effort, your self-respect drops, even if no one sees it. But here's the shift. We flip the script. Wake up at the same time daily, even on weekends. Move your body every day, even when you don't feel like it. End your shower with cold water and train yourself to step into discomfort. Plan your day before the world touches you. Decide who you will be before the world decides for you. These are simple actions, but simple does not mean easy. This is brutal consistency. And here's the key. Most men misunderstand. You are not building motivation. Motivation is emotional. It fades. You are building evidence. Evidence that you act when you don't feel like it. Evidence that you keep your word. Evidence that discomfort does not control you. After 30 days, you won't feel like a different man yet, but you will have something far more powerful. Proof. Proof that you can trust yourself. And once a man starts trusting himself, weakness has nowhere left to hide. Stay sharp, because phase 2 is where most men collapse. Phase 2, days 31 to 60. Build structure. This is where most men quit. The excitement from the first 30 days, gone. The novelty, gone. The hype, dead. Now it's quiet. And it's just you and your standards. This is where discipline stops being a challenge and starts becoming a system. Because if phase 1 was about destroying weakness, phase 2 is about building structure. And structure is power. You need a fixed morning routine. Not something random, not something you improvise based on mood, wake up, water, movement, planning, same order, same sequence, every day. Why? Because when your mornings are automatic, your willpower is preserved. And disciplined men don't rely on willpower. They rely on systems. Next, a defined training schedule. You don't train when you feel like it. You train because it's Tuesday at 6 p.m. You train because that's what your calendar says. When decisions are pre-made, discipline becomes easier. Then we install deep work blocks, no phone, no notifications, no switching tasks. Every 5 minutes, you pick a time block, 60 to 90 minutes, and you focus on one thing. And that leads to the most important rule of this phase: one main goal for the 90 days. Not 5 goals, 1. Because scattered energy creates scattered results. If you're trying to build a business, get shredded, learn a language, start investing, and wake up at 4 a.m. all at once, you're not disciplined, you're distracted. Discipline grows when your energy is concentrated. But during these 30 days, something uncomfortable will happen. Your mind will start negotiating. Skip today. You've been consistent. You deserve a break. You've done enough. That voice sounds logical. But it's not logic. It's the old version of you fighting for survival. The version that prefers comfort, the version that fears growth, the version that wants control back. This is where iron discipline is forged. You do not argue with the voice. You do not debate it. You act anyway. You go to the gym anyway. You sit down to work anyway. You follow the routine anyway. And when you do this repeatedly, something powerful shifts. You stop asking, do I feel like it? And you start asking, what does the standard require? You stop being emotional. You become intentional. By the end of phase 2, discipline is no longer forced. It's structured. And structure creates momentum. Now comes the final phase, the one that separates disciplined men from average ones. Phase 3, days 61 to 90. Identity shift. This is where everything changes. Up until now, we've been building habits, waking up on time, training consistently, working with focus, keeping promises. But phase 3 is no longer about habits. It's about identity. By now, you've stacked wins. You've proven you can act without motivation. You've built momentum. And momentum is powerful. But here's the danger no one talks about. Success creates comfort. You start thinking, I've done enough. I've already proven myself. I can relax a little. And that's exactly where discipline dies, not in failure, in comfort. So in the last 30 days, we raise the standard. Not dramatically, not recklessly, strategically. Increase intensity in the gym. Add weight, add reps, shorten rest times. Wake up 15 minutes earlier. Not because you have to, but because you can. Add one uncomfortable challenge every week, something that tests you mentally. Have a difficult conversation, take a cold walk at night, fast for a day, push beyond convenience, and most importantly, track everything. Your workouts, your wake-up times, your work hours, your progress, because what gets measured gets respected. At this stage, you're not trying to stay consistent. You are reinforcing identity. And identity is the most powerful force in self-discipline. When a man believes he is disciplined, his actions align automatically. He doesn't debate whether to train, he trains. He doesn't argue about waking up, he wakes up. He doesn't negotiate with laziness, he executes. This is the shift. You stop saying, I'm trying to be disciplined, and you start saying, I am disciplined. That single sentence changes your behavior. Because when discipline becomes who you are, not something you're testing, quitting feels unnatural. Breaking promises feels wrong. Comfort feels suspicious. You begin to protect your standards, and that's when you realize something powerful. Discipline is no longer effort. It's expectation. By day 90, you won't just have better habits. You'll have a stronger identity. And once a man upgrades his identity, his life has no choice but to follow. That is iron discipline, not temporary motivation, permanent transformation. The rule that makes this unbreakable. Here it is, no 0 days, no matter how bad the day is, you do something. 1 push-up, 5 minutes of reading, 10 minutes of work. 0 is weakness, something is power. Do this for 90 days and you won't just build habits, you'll build proof that you can trust yourself. And when a man trusts himself, he becomes dangerous in the best way possible. 90 days, no excuses. The question is not whether it works. The question is, are you ready to become the man who does? If this video gave you value, apply it. If you're serious about becoming disciplined, subscribe to Iron Discipline. Like the video if you're raising your standards, and comment one word below. Discipline. Not for me, for yourself. I'll see you in the next one. Stay sharp.